were you?
No.
You're listening to Mike and John Got It Going On, a Livingston County-based podcast that's based in, well, Livingston County. And now, Mike and John.
And we're brought to you by Firehouse Doors.
Yes, we are.
Are we gonna do the reveal yet? We've got a couple reveals.
We've got a couple of reveals.
This is what it's like.
All right, we
one?
got two reveals. All right, we just played our opening sound.
Yes.
And that may be the last time you hear that opener.
It could very well be the last time.
Because we potentially have a new opener here. A new opening theme. And we'll save the other reveal for later in the show. The more glittering, sparkly reveal. That'll come
shinier reveal?
Yeah, the shinier reveal.
And the answer to today's trivia question?
Yeah, right.
All right, so nobody got right, by the way.
Oh. So here's the new potential theme.
It's the prototype.
All right, let's see what people think. All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Rise and shine, it's K-Go time. Mike and John got it going on. Now here's John King with the local, uncensored, Livingston County news, events, and more.
And Gigo News brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers, too.
And that theme, by the way, courtesy of Kitty and Cougar, our new house band.
Yes,
All
it
right.
was.
Here's what's going on.
Tell us.
It appears another Michigan Republican is fundraising on a theme demonizing the LGBTQ community. A fundraising message sent by Republican State Senator Tom Barrett of Charlotte, who is seeking the Republican nomination for the newly drawn 7th Congressional District, claims that President Biden is forcing 5-year-olds to learn about gender reassignment surgeries, gender identities, and other radical ideas, adding that every American needs to step up today and stop this sick and twisted ideology from poisoning our children. The message follows a fundraising email earlier this week from Barrett's GOP colleague, Senator Lana Tice, accusing 3 Democratic senators of being groomers who sexualize children. According to screenshots that were provided to Gigo News, Barrett's original fundraising appeal came via text and appeared to be an appointment confirmation for your child to receive gender reassignment surgery tomorrow at 9 a.m. It then asked if you want to cancel this appointment because you do not believe in teaching young children about dangerous transgender ideologies. Please sign your name now. That message has since been replaced with Barrett's current appeal, in which he also claims that Democrats are hell-bent on destroying our faith, removing God from the center of our nation, and pushing transgender ideology on young children. Barrett is one of 2 Republicans seeking to win the 7th District nomination and the right to face off against Democratic Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin in November. His fundraising pitch comes as he faces a significant money disadvantage come November. Recent figures show Slotkin raising more than $1.3 million in the first quarter of 2022 with $5.5 million on hand. Barrett, meanwhile, reported raising just over $465,000 with about $395,000 on hand during the same period. A motion hearing is set today in Livingston County for a company being sued by the state of Michigan in regard to PFAS contamination. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel filed the suit in 2020, alleging damages and injury to the state of Michigan caused by contamination from toxic per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, collectively known as PFAS. The company in question, Asahi Kasei Plastics North America, located in Fowlerville. The suit targets the company's former thermofill factory on Whitmore Lake Road in Green Oak Township, which was the site of a large fire in 1997. At the time of that fire, that facility was used for plastic compounding that formed resin with flame retardants and other materials before being turned into pellets. In a press release Wednesday, Nessel said her office expects the defendant to ask for another postponement in the case, which is currently set for trial in September. The litigation has now been pending for 2 years and is slated to be the first PFAS site trial in the state. And starting this Friday night at 8, work crews will have westbound 996 down to 1 lane from the I-275-696 M5 interchange to Kent Lake Road through 5 a.m. Monday. According to the Michigan Department of Transportation, all on and off ramps will remain open except the southbound M5 ramp to westbound 96. That'll be closed from 11 o'clock Friday night through 4 a.m. Saturday, weather permitting. The work is part of the I-96 Flex Route project that includes rebuilding the freeway, rebuilding the median shoulders for use during peak periods, sign upgrades, and active traffic management installation, including intelligent transportation systems equipment. And that's what's going on.
And Gigo News brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers, downtown Brighton, and we've teamed up with Barb and Mark Binkley for Mother's Day.
Yes, we have, in a big, big way. And if you go to our Facebook page, you can see for yourself. As a matter of fact, you can see it
right there.
Very beautiful. It is a 14-karat gold and diamond twist necklace by Zagani, an $880 value, and we're going to give you a chance to win this baby if you correctly answer our trivia question starting Friday.
So tonight's question,
Right.
for Friday morning, you could be our first qualifier. And we're going to qualify people through Thursday the 5th and Friday the 6th, the Friday before Mother's Day. We will do a drawing with our 10 qualifiers for a chance to win that beautiful necklace.
Right.
By Zagani.
And then those folks, there'll be 10 qualifiers in all, will join us May 6th at Cooper and Binkley Jewelers, and we will raffle off or give away, we'll do a drawing in which we will pick the winner of that beautiful Zagani twist necklace, 14 karat gold and diamond, $880 value. And we're going to have some other giveaways while we're there at Cooper and Binkley.
We are?
We are. I
Other
just
giveaways?
decided. I made a command decision.
You're giving away
I
stuff
just
I
did.
didn't know about.
I did giving it away. We're going nuts.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
That's right. The Red Hot Chili Peppers will be there too.
No, the Red
No,
Not
they
Chili
won't.
Peppers
No,
will be
they
there.
won't
Did
be
you
there.
hear about that story? The Red Not Chili Peppers?
I guess I didn't.
Some guy
What am I
in
missing?
Detroit, his name's Aaron, but saw on social media that the Red Hot Chili Peppers, or what he thought was, the Red Hot Chili Peppers were coming to the Magic Bag in Ferndale.
Okay.
And he bought 4 or 5 tickets. I think they were like $20 a pice. And then it turned out that they were
cover
the
band or something?
Red Not Chili Peppers.
So it's like a tribute band?
Yeah, it's a tribute.
Right. Okay.
So he was trying to sue to get his money back.
No.
Not gonna happen.
No.
The Red Not Chili Peppers. But you made a command.
I did. I
decision
made a
here.
command decision. Maybe we'll have the Red Not Chili Peppers there.
Or we might not have any chili peppers.
Maybe
there.
we'll have Kitty and Cougar join us.
That would be fun.
You know, they are the ones that did our brand new theme, which, you know.
Mike and John got it going
Yeah.
on. They're working on it.
I don't know if you've heard it or not.
Did you hear it? I heard it. Cooper and Binkley Jewelers got it going on too.
Yeah, they do. Especially May 6th for our giveaway.
That's right.
It's very singable.
You'll be singing this at work while you're driving. Here we go. We should sell singles. Kick it in now. I feel like I'm by the fountain in Friends right now. Rachel?
30 years ago, buddy.
Mike and John
Almost.
got it going on.
Yeah, we do.
But here's John King
Again?
on set.
Me?
How come you get mentioned?
I did notice that.
What about me?
You'll be in the reboot.
Yeah. And the rest. It's Mike and John.
And
Here's
the
John
rest.
King. And the rest.
Sorry.
You know who's a part of the rest is our friend Rich Perlberg
Yeah.
for today's edition of The Less You Know with Rich. And I don't know if Rich knows about the Zamboni driver for the Wings.
I don't know if he does.
Formerly. Good morning, Rich.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Did we get you out of bed today?
No, I'm actually looking out the window at what remains of the snow on the slopes of Boyne Mountain.
Oh, you're up north, huh? All right.
Nice.
There's not much snow.
Okay.
No. Did you go skiing?
No,
I didn't think so.
I have a condo up here.
Ah.
And I was just spending some time up here, and my reception isn't real good in the condo, so I went over to the lodge. So I went
Oh, okay.
Hanging in the lodge.
You're hanging in
with
the
Rich.
lodge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got your turtleneck on. And
Are you by the fire with a hot toddy?
I did. I got my hot chocolate here.
And that fake leg cast up on the ottoman, looking for sympathy.
I don't know what we were supposed to talk about today for The Less You Know. But
Well, we do.
we got a
Well,
backup
we have
if
a
we need
serious. We have a serious topic to talk about, and one that's
Yes.
been in the news all week. But one that's less serious, but interesting nonetheless. So let's go from non-serious to serious.
You sure?
Yeah.
You don't
or you
want
want to reverse it? Serious. Okay, we'll start serious, and then we'll end
Yeah,
with
if we
with the
have to,
lighter
yeah.
the lighter side.
Yeah.
So on a serious
We're
note.
gonna try to find the light side of bigotry and hatred.
You know what? No. That's where we're going to start, and then we're going to go towards the light.
All right.
We're going to go towards the light that, well, is about peeing in a drain. But anyway, so well, that was your first mistake.
Yeah. Let me whip this out.
All right. So look, this whole week, the story. Put that away.
I'm sorry.
This whole week, the story that has been dominating headlines here locally and really nationwide now concerns this. It started with this invocation given by State Senator Lana Tice. And then, some Democratic colleagues walked out of that chamber, in protest. She then characterized them as groomers who were trying to sexualize children. That prompted a response from one of the senators. That video went viral. And then, Senator Tice has been trying to fundraise off this. And now we have other Republican candidates who are fundraising off this as well. So I guess, Rich, from your perspective, looking at all this, stepping back, it is April. I mean, we've got several more.
November, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's the other. But the primary is in August,
All right,
and so
primary is
if we're.
I'll say a couple
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
One,
please.
I think the senator who Lana attacked is named, I think.
Is it Mallory?
Mallory McMorrow.
Mallory McMorrow. Something
Yeah.
like that. If you have anyone who hasn't seen that video of her response, should. It's classic. It's wonderful. It gives you some hope for what's going on. But my basic reaction to what Lana's doing, and now Tom Barrett, who's running for Congress, it's so depressing because this is not a new playbook. This has been used by mostly conservative whites to suppress basic rights forever. And unfortunately, this word, you go back before the Civil War, and I know I'm going to bring up slavery, so that's going to make Lana feel bad about herself because we're not supposed to talk about slavery. But the argument, one of the arguments against abolitionists was that they were trying to mongrelize the white race. How is that different from Lana's claim about senators trying to sexualize and groom children? I mean, it's this fear tactic, and it works. It worked for 100 or more years. It was illegal for blacks and whites to have sex, much less marry, because they were trying to mongrelize the race. So this is a fear tactic that is tried and true. And I don't know if Lana believes it or not, but she knows it's going to give her some credibility in the primary because she's got to out crazy Mike Detmer.
And that's quite a task to do.
That's a way to put it. Well, let me ask you this: the one thing that's come up about this with all these politicians talking about it, do they have any footage of any teacher teaching the things that they're talking about that they're teaching? I would think the teachers have enough on their plate without this being thrown at.
You think you'd have an example of a victim someplace?
You would think.
But it doesn't matter. You're talking rational, and it doesn't matter.
Okay.
They've gotten a position where people have to respond to it. Somebody has to say, no, we're not teaching children we're not scheduling operations to change the sex of children in 5th grade.
Right.
Well, having to say that wins the day for people like that.
Well, and I think what is frustrating, I think, is that you see the responses from folks who just buy into this, that, oh my God, teachers are grooming our children to embrace a transgender ideology or LGBTQ. And of course, not true. But beyond that, it is, like you said, it's using this fear tactic to further divide and to mischaracterize so that people can't really even have any kind of real discussion about this issue. We can't really sit down and have a rational discussion about, so the issues that are surrounding LGBTQ plus, and the high rate of suicide among kids that identify in there, and that the notion of that somehow teachers are grooming them into this lifestyle. I mean, first of all, the science rejects that. But you can't even start, I mean, we won't even go down that path because you can't even start to say, well, like, look, let's look at the science. Let's talk to scientists. That's going to
be that they're cramming it down your throat.
They have no desire whatsoever to learn, to talk about it. Lana actually introduced a bill to stop transgender students from competing on girls' athletic teams. I think she talked to anybody in the transgender community before she introduced that bill. Of course, she didn't even talk to anybody in the high school athletic community who quickly said, there's no problem here.
Right. The Michigan High School Athletic Association came out specifically and said, this is not an issue. This is legislation looking for a problem. You know.
Well, it was going to hurt girls' sports. The way it was written, it was going to stop
Right.
girls from competing on boys' team at schools that didn't have a girls' team.
Well, go ahead. I was just gonna say that legislation, when that got introduced, it's been sitting in committee since she introduced it, and she's done nothing to push it out of committee because she has no desire to push it out of committee. She wanted to introduce it, get the headline, check, move on, and unfortunately, that's where the state of our politics is at.
Yeah, you know, it actually moved on in Utah, which I don't know the name of the governor there. He's a Republican, and God bless him, he vetoed it.
Right.
He didn't just veto it. He sent a message out. He said there's 75,000 student athletes in Utah. Of those, there are 4 transgender. None of them are particularly good, and only one's playing on a female team. He said, why are we writing a law for one person out of 75,000 who's just trying to find a way to live a life with some sort of acceptance?
Right. Well, acceptance. We'll have none of that. All right, our alarm just went off, which says we're going to transition now to the lighter topic.
Yes, we are.
Because there really is no answer other than to just, on this original topic, other than to just say,
We don't know.
we hope people would be more open-minded and maybe do...
Have some common sense.
Have some common sense and maybe try and
That's
listen.
asking a lot.
But I know that's a lot.
I
Okay.
just want to see what type of smooth switch you're going to have.
All right, so you've probably heard, I mean, many of us Red Wing fans grew up with Al Zabata, the Zamboni driver, who all of a sudden...
We hit all the hard-hitting topics, Rich.
This is another one that they should pass a bill on. But Al was the guy when the Red Wings were in their heyday, drove the Zamboni, and kids would ride on it during the intermissions.
Yeah.
And he would clean up all the octopi off the ice when we'd get in the playoffs. And all of a sudden he's gone, and there was really no explanation as to why he was fired or why he quit. We didn't know, but the story has broke.
Yeah. So apparently he says he...
Story leaked.
Yes.
Hey-oh, it's one for Rich.
Apparently, Al has a bladder pump, BHP or
Right.
something like that. That us guys that
Sorry about that.
you gotta pee a lot as you get older because the prostate gets a little bigger, puts pressure on the bladder. So
Thank you, Professor.
Al had this issue apparently, and he had to go. And the nearest restroom was a good 70 yards away from where he was at in the Zamboni garage. So he peed in the drain where the ice and stuff that would melt off the Zamboni.
Right, and somebody saw him and they
Yeah.
reported him, and
I
that's...
saw that. That's amazing.
Right.
They fired him for that.
He got fired for peeing. Now, I
Don't
get
you
it, it's
think
a public
there's...
place,
but don't you think there's something more involved? It just seems like that's the cover story? I don't know. What do you...
I don't know. Just now talking about it reminds me it's the dumbest decision by a Detroit sports team since they fired Ernie Harwell.
Wow.
What the hell are they thinking? If he crapped on center ice, I'd find a way.
Is that an octopi? Oh, no, that's not. Oh, no.
That's when you bring Bill Murray out with a shovel. Oh my. So that's why he got fired. Now we know. See, it was the less you know. Now you know a little bit more.
Now
than
you
the
know.
less.
I am so enlightened now.
Yeah.
Today.
As are we all.
You can talk about that in the lodge up there in Boise.
I will be the hit at the coffee shop.
Oh, God, yeah.
Hear about the peeing incident down in Detroit? Well, it was a new stadium, so I get it.
Well,
A
yeah,
newer
I
stadium.
mean,
If it was the
well, it's
Joe, they might have got a...
It's broken in now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he claimed it.
there you
Like
go.
a dog. It's
Yeah,
mine.
marking his turf.
I marked it. Mine.
All right. Well, Rich, as always, a lot of fun. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week, my friend.
Sounds great.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right. It's
All right.
It was one of those stories I was like shaking my head as I was reading it, saying,
Yeah.
I just can't
You're
believe
right.
that happened.
Oh, wait a minute.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, let's not overburn this like a top 40 station.
What are you talking about?
You don't want to play it every 3 minutes unless your name's in it. Do you want to give the answer
Yeah.
to today's trivia question before we...
I don't know what the answer is. Because you come up with a trivia question,
Yeah.
so... And you don't
Well,
make me privy
you know
to the
what?
answer.
Here's what we're going to do, since you're going to be intro to the news, so you can announce it as a news story.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Rise and shine. It's Gigo time.
Hey, it's Gigo time.
It is Gigo
Mike
time.
and John got it going on.
You got it going on.
John King, the local, uncensored, Livingston County.
Yeah, it is.
News, events, and more.
And that and more is the answer to last night's trivia question regarding, what was it, 65% of women, according to a recent survey?
Say they find this a real turnoff when a guy does this, and
some of the answers were classic.
right. And so one answer is there's so many to choose from. Like this, there's way too many here. And in fact, as you said, you took a look through and we didn't have a correct answer.
We did not have a correct answer as of like 4:45.
I mean, there are some pretty egregious answers that were posed. Things like boast about their previous tryst, mansplaining.
See, now I would think mansplaining would be more than 65% because there's nothing that annoys women more than us telling you something that you already know or don't care about.
Burps out loud. Yeah. What, ladies? You don't appreciate? You know,
well,
in some societies, that's a compliment, you know.
Is that afterwards or what?
Our friend Spencer said, expecting to get lucky at the end of the night.
Yeah.
That's when you pretend to go to the potty and make a quick exit. so she has
That's
a strategy.
a turn off.
Yeah. Talks about his mother. Our friend Jeff, better known as Hot Tub Jeff.
Hot Tub Jeff?
He says, it's funny how almost all the responses are from women. He goes, I'm going to take notes. As for the answer, talk on the cell phone rather than pay attention to her. That would be bad. But not the right answer.
That's a great guess.
Yeah. Scratches his private parts. Acts like he's the gift to women. So burping out loud and scratching your private parts doesn't make you the gift to women.
Then mansplaining. Yeah, that's a great way to go.
Texting, checking on other women. Too many options to guess. That's what Julie said. Brag about their car. So many possibilities. Many people trying to answer that. The answer, though, and it doesn't appear that we got a correct one.
No, and this one, you know, when you think about it, it's not something that it's just so cheesy that I think it's more of an old guy thing.
I just saw so one woman put exists. Wow. And the next one breathes.
Wow.
Didn't die fast enough. It's getting a little dark in here, ladies. Okay.
For some of those after a few glasses of wine, maybe I should ask the question earlier today.
All right, here's our answer.
All right, 65% of women, according to a recent survey, say they find this to be a real turnoff, even though guys may think it's a compliment.
Right. Wink at them.
Give them a wink.
Now, here's the thing about winking. How do you, so like, you know, if you got to be able to do it right, subtly, and I can't.
Are you smooth at it?
No, I'm not. No, trust me, I'm not. I'm more like this.
Right.
You know,
hey,
hot stuff.
You have to open your mouth too. Can you wink without your mouth open?
Here, let's do this
Try
together. Okay. All right.
So we're not going to wink at
anybody. No, we're not going to wink at anybody.
Of course, Mike and John got it going on. Brought to you by our friends at Firehouse Doors. They've been with us from day one, and
yes,
we
they
appreciate it.
And they've been with Livingston County residents for 24 years, a family-owned business striving to treat each customer like family. Firehouse Doors, a veteran-owned business. Mike served in the U.S. Air Force, proudly deployed for Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm. They're your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead door needs. And for the past 21 years, Firehouse Doors has been Livingston County's only authorized distributor for CHI overhead doors. Call Firehouse Doors today, 810-599-7480. And then once a week, we draw out a winner to win a 12-point inspection for up to 2 garage doors and openers. And that winner will get 10% off all future garage door needs for life. Firehouse Doors, 810-599-7480.
You know, speaking of entering to win.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we give away the lunch from the Torch.
Yes,
Torch
we do.
180. And
what?
Proceeds from our Mike and John merch store,
Good
5%
point.
go to Torch 180 through the end of April. So you've got another, 9-10 days?
Right.
9 days to buy that merch from Spirit of Livingston.
Which you can go to mikeandjohnpodcast.com and look for the merch store link. If you're on your phone, you'll find the drop-down menu at the top right. Just hit that little bar. Down will come the menu. Hit merch. You can buy your merch store stuff there. And, of course, that is all managed through our partners at Spirit of Livingston, a custom T-shirt and screen printing company providing high-quality graphic design services and custom embroidery. Give them a call today, 517-545-8831, or online, spiritoflivingston.com or mikeandjohnpodcast.com.
By the way, we're
for the
going
merch
to be at Spirit of Livingston on Saturday for a fundraiser for the senior survivor for high school.
Okay.
So we're going to be there for that. And there
we'll have more
may be
details
some more
tomorrow,
merch available there while we're there.
All right, we're late with our community spotlight interview, so let's...
we're doing that now. You got all the info that we need about Lisa Rigato.
Yeah. I think. Not really.
Not really? You going to wing it?
That's what Lisa's here
I
for.
thought you got it going on.
Just because I have a song with my name in it.
Lisa Rigato?
Yes,
Hi.
sir.
It's Mike and John from Mike and John Got It Going On. How are you, Lisa?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Sorry we're a little bit late this morning. We've been indulging ourselves in ourselves.
Yeah, well, John has.
I have.
It's what he does.
It's what I do best.
You know, some girls wrote us a song and has his name in it a couple times, so he has to make sure it gets played a few times.
Do
Don't
you
it.
want to
No,
do you want to
she
hear
does
it?
Not want to hear it. No,
Okay.
I'm going to silence that dang thing.
Okay.
Lisa, you have a.
I'm really tempted to say yes, but I don't
No.
know anything issue there.
You know what? Look, this song is going to go viral. It'll go
It really
national.
is.
You'll hear enough of it.
You'll
later.
be singing it in your
Yeah.
car.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
right.
Look forward to that.
All right.
All right. So let's talk about moms, and you've got an event coming up at the Opera House, correct?
No, it's actually at the historic Howell Theater.
The Howell Theater. My bad. Yeah, Howell Theater, and that's
okay.
the end of the month.
And you've written a book. Of course, we're talking about Mother's Day coming up, and we've got a Mother's Day giveaway. But your book it really does focus in on motherhood. Tell us about it.
It does. It's called Tell Me About Your Mother, and literally I just presented that question to several different people in several different walks of life to hear their story. And it kind of originated for me because when I was younger, I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to grow up and be a mom. It was very important to me, and I struggled with infertility, so that really wasn't an option for me. And I have a very deep, full life, and everything works out for a reason. But what it did is it really gave me this hyper awareness of maternal relationships. And I have 20 nieces and nephews, and the last time I counted, 25 great nieces and nephews. So I get to be an aunt, and that's wonderful. But I've observed motherhood, and it just was so curious to me how different children would turn out. Even children from the same family would turn out very differently. So I really wanted to hone in on what is it about the relationship with the mother that impacts our life choices and decisions. So I just started asking people that question, and it was many years in the making, because I'd set it down for a while and pick it back up, but it was during COVID that I said, I think it's now time. I'm home quite a bit. I might as well get started on getting this wrapped up. And so here we are on your Mother's Day, and it's just a beautiful Mother's Day gift. I can tell you that not all the stories have happy endings, but they're real life stories of adult children and the relationship they have with their mothers.
Right, and of course, relationships with our parents, but with our mothers, complicated, and as you said, not always a happy ending. But
I would imagine that somebody who had, say, one or two children, as opposed to somebody who had 6 or 7, the story's got to be varying from each as far as the way they approached motherhood and maybe some fun and sad at the same time types of stories that are going to be that are in this book.
Absolutely, and that's a great point, because you definitely see the difference between a mom of, say, 2 children and a mom of 6 or 7, just like you said. It's a very different dynamic and a very different relationship. And depending on the birth order, there's an element of that as well. So it's a fascinating relationship. Mothers and children, as you said, it can be complex and just so amazing, but always impactful relationship.
In putting together this book, asking this very basic question of people, I mean, was there any response that really stands out? I'm sure they're all interesting, as you said, in their own way, but was there anyone that really surprised you or one that you weren't expecting?
I wouldn't say there was any great surprises. I would say that I was fortunate enough to interview, I don't know if there's any Napoleon Dynamite fans out here, but it's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Got one right here, lady.
Yep, he's got tater tots in his pocket.
I do, as a matter of fact. Let me.
And he voted for Pedro.
Pocket tots.
Because I interviewed Pedro.
Oh, really?
Efren Ramirez for this book, and the thing that was so amazing to me is he has this great story of immigrant parents, and they have it came from a family of they was all boys and they used to call them the Wolf Pack, this big group of boys, and how his mom impacted each one of them and was able to connect with each one of them on a very different level was probably one of the greatest success stories of motherhood. I'm like, that was impressive, and very, very heartwarming. But I also have Howell's own, the great Houdini, Renee Shadkowski, interviewed, and she has an incredible story with some beautiful moments there that she shared. And of course, don't want to give any of it away because.
Did she mention her 2 adopted sons that used to do a radio show with her?
That used to handle her bacon overflow.
The bacon
when she had too much bacon, we would take care of that for her.
You'd be surprised at how much you were not mentioned in that.
All right, here's what we're going to do.
No, we wouldn't be.
Here's what we're going to do, Lisa. We're going to let you adopt us then.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll be by with our laundry. No, but and again, the event at the Howell Historic Howell Theater coming up Saturday, April 30th. It's a free event. We should point out. It starts at 4 p.m.
Yes.
And
Doors open at 4 p.m.
Yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
yeah, no, you tell us about what's going to go on.
What should folks expect?
So what you should expect, doors open at 4, but no rush getting there right at 4 because not much is going to be happening. Book signings are going to be from 4:30 to 5:30. There's going to be, you certainly can purchase concessions there at the time. The movie is going to start at 5:30. It's and let me tell you just a little bit about the movie. This is really exciting because this is my cousin's daughter, Charlotte, and her friend Jillian created a production company, and it's called Ride Home Films. And their first movie is titled Call Me When You Get Home. And that's the movie that we're going to be showing at the Howell Theater on the 30th. And it's the story, it's a coming-of-age story about a pair of siblings coming from a small Michigan town. And it's only about 45 minutes long, but I'm super excited to have it featured that night. And they also have a full feature film coming out later this year called Fairmount. But their website is ridehomefilms.com. There's more information there about what they're working on and this great success story for those 2 young Michigan girls. But yeah, so that'll be at 5:30. Books can be purchased at the event. There is limited quantities available, so if someone's interested, they can always purchase it from Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Bring the book with you to make sure you can get a copy signed.
Right, but they should come one by directly from you at the event, though. Would be best, wouldn't it, though?
It really, I want whatever's most
convenient. Okay, all right. Well, I only say that as somebody who is selling a book on Amazon. Oh well, I see my agent here has put it in front of the camera. I know how much Amazon takes their cut, and
that's why we're in a basement.
So, but in terms of providing you with the remuneration that you deserve for putting together such a wonderful project. We would hope people would come out. But you're right. However they get the book, it's important that they read the book and read some of these wonderful stories.
Yeah, some of the stories may sound pretty familiar. Some you'll go, wow. So pretty cool stuff. Again, let's hit the date again. April
30th. The free event starts at 4 o'clock. That's at the Historic Howell Theater. And Lisa, we should point out, by the way, that you are a certified life coach, and you also have your own podcast. Is that correct? Sister Tribe Nation?
Well, it is correct in the sense of I haven't produced any lately because when I went and kind of put all my energy into the book, I put the podcast on hold. So now that I'm kind of getting the book going, then I'm going to go back to the podcast. But if you go to my website, lisarigato.com, all my podcasts are there. But they're also on any podcast site that you may utilize. Yeah.
And tell us just quickly for folks, Sister Tribe Nation, what's the focus of that?
It's really about personal growth and development. And I had a real heart for, again, strong female influence and all that, and women supporting women, because that's the other thing I see a lot when talking to moms is there seems to be a lot of judgment and competition, I guess, between women and moms, and social media doesn't really help that along. So I wanted to create a place where it's like this, the general theme is personal growth and development with the underlying message of women need to start supporting women and really let go of any competition.
That's right. You get the hockey moms and soccer moms together as one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Hey, just curious. I want to know if you have a theme song too.
Oh gosh,
we'll work on that for you. We've got connections.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have our house band, Kitty and Cougar. Maybe they could be guests on one of your next podcasts.
I love it. I did want to mention just real quick.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention this earlier, is that in the book, there's a page where you can dedicate this book to your own mother, a place where you can put a photo and kind of write your own little story there. It'll be a beautiful gift for Mother's Day, as we know it's coming up really, really soon.
Yeah.
And the book itself is a very pretty book. That was another thing that was important. It would look lovely sitting on your coffee table.
Right. A great Mother's Day gift to say, and you can personalize it like that. That's a great idea.
Absolutely.
So again, April 30th, about 4 o'clock at the Historic Hall Theater. People can go and meet you in person, purchase a book, have it signed, and then see
check out the movie, too.
see this wonderful film, Call Me When You Get Home. Lisa Rigato, thank you so much. This has been really fascinating. We enjoyed it. We hope you can come back on the show.
I would love to. Thank you, Mike and John. You guys have a great rest of your day.
All right, you too.
All right, Lisa Rigato joining us this morning.
Yeah.
We gave the answer right for the trivia
did.
question. We've revealed the new song. We've also revealed that you have a chance to win for Mother's Day that beautiful Zagani necklace.
Yeah, you
from
do.
Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
Yes, you
Again, starting tonight.
Right.
Now, here's the deal. It's not everybody that gets the trivia question right.
There's a deal.
There is a deal. It's to qualify, you have to be the first right answer.
Right.
So I will have to go through and make sure the ones that come in and may say 1 hour ago, if one was 55 minutes ago, then the 1 hour ago would be the one that was the first one in with the right answer.
Right, so
you got to get the right answer first.
And all determinations are final as by Mike and John, so...
And our lawyers.
Yeah, that's what we don't...
Do we cheat them and how?
We really don't want to end up with lawyers.
No,
so
we don't.
We'll just make the determination.
Can't afford a lawyer.
You know. Again, if you go to our Facebook page, you can check out there the beautiful Zagani diamond and 18-karat gold necklace there, an $880 value, courtesy of our great friends at Cooper and Binkley Jewelers. And again, that starts, tonight.
Tonight for tomorrow. Yeah. We'll have the answer tomorrow for our first
And we'll be qualifying folks for the giveaway at Cooper and Binkley Jewelers on May 6th.
That's a Friday.
Yeah.
Friday before Mother's Day. So you'll have your shopping done. A couple of things before we get to the 2 cent history lesson coming up tomorrow. It is Friday.
Yes.
Bonnie will be joining us, the great Bonnie Runyon.
That's right. The Harry S. Truman of Livingston County.
Yes, she'll tell it like it is. Maybe give some motherly advice.
Maybe.
Maybe.
How do you not?
Just maybe.
You know, I wonder if Lisa Rigato, she probably should have talked to Bonnie for her book. Maybe that'll be for the next book, the sequel.
We can't be giving away all our guests.
I'm sorry.
To other podcasts.
Right, we've already offered up our house band, which Kenny and Cougar are like, what the hell are you guys talking about? We sent you a song. Leave us alone. All right.
All right. Other Mother's Day gift ideas. The McKnight Lights Nightlight.
Beautiful. You can give your mom or the special lady in your life, or anyone for that matter, a one-of-a-kind gift from McKnightlights.com. 3D printed night lights of any photo. So you can turn old family photos into wonderful gifts. It's a great new way to bring old photos back to life. And each nightlight comes with a base and a bulb. They sell for $20 each. Or if you buy more than one, they're $15 each. And I have an example here. This will be, by the way, this is kind of a cool one. I don't know, you can't really see it till you plug it in, but it says, "Hey, baby." Yeah.
What the heck is that?
It's
is it like
it's like an orangutan or something.
Orangutan.
Yeah, it looks like
an orangutan.
Yeah. Or yeah. And I don't know. And
you could make scary ones for your
You
kids.
can do whatever. They can be fun.
Picture,
they can be thoughtful. They can be a cherished memory.
We don't recommend Calvin and Hobbes.
No.
but Elsa Bottom might have one of those for Zamboni.
Okay, that's up to you.
We're not doing that.
Again, McKnightlights.com. You can go place your order online, upload your photo. It's really easy, and it's a great one-of-a-kind gift. McKnightlights.com.
It's April 21st. Our 2 cent history lesson for today, as if you haven't experienced up to this point, it's kindergarten day. Remember kindergarten?
I do.
Best part was taking a nap.
I miss kindergarten.
Yeah. See, the thing with kindergarten now, and I'm going to sound like an old man here, but I know, I've been there a long time. Now you have the preschool. So kindergarten used to be when we were
begindergarten. Begindergarten.
Why don't we just start them at 2? Ship them out and get them out of the house.
That's exactly what it's like. The parents are going like, how quick can I get them out of here?
I had them. I always wanted children.
So how soon do I get free daycare? This is what I'm trying to figure out.
Full day kindergarten. That was what we were looking for.
You and every other parent. Are you kidding me?
National Chocolate Covered Cashews Truffle Day. And it's...
You paused there.
Because you know what? I could understand chocolate-covered cashews.
Yeah.
But truffle? Where'd that come from? Yeah. And finally,
yes,
for those that partook in yesterday's 420, today's National Surprise Drug Test Day.
Hey-o!
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
Okay.
It was on this day in 1879.
1879.
The first firehouse pole from the sleeping quarters to the trucks was installed. Engine Company number 21, New York.
All right.
I wonder who the first guy was. They
gotta
got
wonder.
to slide down the pole. I
right.
mean, that's historic.
Right.
They probably fought each other, flipped coins, whatever it may be.
And did he do the twirl down, hey,
Hey, guys.
he got to the bottom.
Or if your hands
maybe
are a
did a
little
bit of
sticky and you get stuck in the...
Or if he got down there and started doing a stripper thing,
No. It was 1879. We don't even know if there were stripper poles in 1879, do we?
That was the first one.
1956.
You know what happens at the firehouse, don't you?
It stays at the firehouse.
We're idiots.
1956. Elvis Presley hit his first number one hit. Had his first number one hit. Heartbreak Hotel. You know who sang that in the Happy Days episode?
You're right.
Let's go to
the
it.
really only best version of Heartbreak Hotel was the one sung by Fonzie. Yes.
You know what I tell John?
Yeah.
And then I say,
Hey. Hey. Right.
Roz Kelly is Pinky Tuscadero. 1972.
Are you done reliving your middle school years?
1972, Apollo 16 astronauts John Young and Charles Duke drove the $1 million electric moon buggy,
Right.
or lunar rover, on the surface of the moon. So you had two guys, one buggy.
Right.
Who was the driver?
Which was an EV. First electric vehicle out there.
On the moon.
On the moon.
So, again, we go with how did they decide who got to drive? And who had to open up the garage door to get it out of the
well, actually,
space?
it folded up. It was an interesting vehicle. But you're right that...
Because it says Young and Duke.
Yeah.
So,
I think John Young was the commander of the mission. So
he
you wonder if he's like, yeah, I got it. Shotgun for you, buddy.
I'm the commander.
Or if Duke was like, hey, you get to fly this stupid thing from the Earth to the moon. Can I have a minute behind the wheel?
But then again, maybe that's how Young did it. He said, Duke, you're driving.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit back. I got us all the way
right.
here.
Right.
You take me for a tour of the moon.
Right.
He was like driving Miss Daisy.
Right. Siri, take us to the Sea of Tranquility. Siri? Oh, Siri has been invented. Never mind.
In 1980, Rosie Ruiz was the first woman to cross the finish line at the Boston Marathon.
Slight problem.
She was disqualified when they discovered that she had jumped into the race about a mile from the finish. So it really wasn't a full marathon, it was a mileathon for Rosie.
Cheated on.
1982, Joe Strummer of The Clash disappeared for 3 weeks,
Right.
causing The Clash to cancel their tour.
It's rock and roll, baby. And where did they find Joe?
He was in Paris.
And how did they find him?
He was living a rough life.
Living rough
Living
in Paris.
Rough. He was living rough. Now,
Is that possible
what does
to
that
live
mean?
rough in
was
Paris?
Was he on the streets?
Yeah,
was
that's
he
what I'm
hanging
kind of
in the bars?
probably hanging out at like a youth hostel or whatever.
A fellow by the name of Philip Collins,
I've heard of that.
in 1984, started a 3-week run at number one with the theme from Against All Odds. It was Phil's first number one hit.
Right. By the way, and if you remember that year at the Grammys, no, it was at the Academy Awards.
No, I don't.
Because that song won Best Song in a
Rachel
Movie.
Ward was
Best
in the
year.
movie.
Right. Oh, wow. Hold on, let's take a second. Okay, so anyway, at the Academy Awards that year, they, that was the winner. That was going to be that won the best song
Philip,
in a feature film.
come to the
and
stage.
so we're right. And it was like, but that year they had, instead of the people who actually sang the songs, they had other people perform them instead. And so if you ever see the video that's on YouTube, it's great. You see Phil Collins, and there's practically steam coming out the guy. He's just sitting there going.
Now, we do want to point out that's when Phil Collins had the ponytail, didn't he? Did he have the ponytail in '84?
Kind of. Well, he did because he was on Miami Vice, didn't he? Didn't he have like?
Yeah,
right.
He was a drug dealer in Miami Vice.
Who wasn't a drug dealer? Frankly, if you had any cachet in the '80s, you had to be a drug dealer on Miami Vice.
1984 as well, as Phil Collins was hitting number one with Against All Odds on the album chart, the number one album. Everybody cut, Footloose. Kenny Loggins and Company. 1986, a vault in Chicago's Lexington
if
Hotel.
only we could hear that song more. You know what song you can hear? No, all right.
We'll be selling singles.
Right, go on.
1986, a vault in Chicago's Lexington Hotel that was linked to Al Capone was opened on live TV. You know Geraldo.
Oh, yeah.
All the ladies loved Geraldo in 1986.
And nothing.
What did they find?
Yeah.
A few bottles and a sign.
Empty bottles, by the way.
Yeah.
I remember
Did
watching
they
that
have
live.
Al Capone's DNA on
No.
it? Like he swigged down a couple beers? Or...
It's nothing. I'm like, okay.
And sad news, it was on this day at the age of 57, Prince was found dead.
Wow.
At his Minnesota home. It was actually in the body
6
found
years
in the-
ago.
Yeah, 2016. Yeah, it doesn't seem that long
It does
ago.
not seem that way.
That is your 2-cent history lesson for today. I want to thank Murphy's Family Auto. Schedule your car appointment today at 517-552-3040. Tell Mike and John sent you, get 5% off your bill.
That's right.
Murphy's Family Auto, your car knows.
So give them a call, murphysfamilyauto.com. Now, as you said, tomorrow on the show,
Yes.
we'll be talking with our good friend Bonnie Runyon.
Yes, we will.
We'll be talking with our good friend Rhonda Callahan from
Yes,
Torch
we will.
180, and we'll be giving away a lunch for two.
From the Torch.
We'll also be qualifying our first trivia winner to win the $880 Zagani 18-karat gold and diamond twist necklace.
We gave Zagani the idea for the design.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
We
You know,
don't. Zagani doesn't really take our calls, but
No.
we would have given him the design.
We would have if he would take our
would have
calls.
taken our,
Yeah.
Is Zagani a he?
No, he does not. So we've got quite a show tomorrow.
Yes, we
when
do.
you think about it, and
We might have to rest up.
yeah, and we've got a lot going on as well. This Saturday, we're going to be at Spirit of Livingston. They're having a fundraiser. They're hosting a fundraiser for the senior survivor. Then May 14th, we're going to be at the Walk for Warmth. And in between that, on May 1st, we're going to be out at the Hull Farmers Market.
We're selling fruit.
Oh my God, we've got it going on.
We're not selling fruit.
Yeah.
We'll be there though.
Speaking of produce,
Yes.
you know, if you need help with aches and pains or anxiety,
That's not
the
produce.
Greenhouse in Walden, it is produce.
I
It's
guess it is.
the one-stop shop for
They're
all
farmers.
your quality, safe, legal, and effective cannabis needs. In fact, if you go online to greenhousemi.com, you can make arrangements for delivery to Brighton. The Greenhouse is 100% locally owned. Owner Jerry Millen has been involved in Michigan's cannabis industry for over 15 years. Don't do the math.
Nope.
He's been a grower, caregiver, and an advocate, hoping to bring his services directly to Brighton and open up a center. And for
You know what
those,
they call the drivers that deliver that? The dubers.
no, they,
No,
but maybe they will. You know, because
well,
look,
you got a bud tender.
you got
that
bud
gives you
tenders,
information.
right?
If you're getting a delivery, it could be from a duber.
Right. We'll have to pass that by Jerry.
I'm sure.
Maybe he should. Maybe that could work.
Which
So-
duber may uber?
No, stop.
No.
Okay. And by the way, if you stop by the greenhouse at Walled Lake and Pontiac Trail, you can talk to one of their bud tenders. If you're having sleep issues, they can talk with you about sleep gummies.
Pain issues.
Wide variety of flavors and dosages, and they can work with you to develop an individualized regimen for what works best for you. So call them today, the Greenhouse in Walled Lake, 833-644-7336, or online, greenhousemi.com.
All right. That's today's show. I'm pretty worn out. You?
Okay.
It's been exciting.
I think so. You
Couple
know what?
reveals today. No,
We need to relax. I think we do.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What, did you think I was not going to play it again?
I knew you would. I was singing this all the way home. Except for the part where they mention you over. That part.
That's the best part.
I like the guitar riff right here. It kicks in. Here we go. Right there.
Rise and shine. It's Kingo time.
It's Giggle
Mike
time.
and John.
Tell your
got it
friends.
going on.
Yeah, we do.
Well, here's John King, the local, uncensored, Livingston County.
Little old me.
News.
Little old you. Yeah.
Ah, yes. Strong ending, ladies.
Yeah.
There you
Nice
go.
job.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job.
That's our new house band, whether they know it or not.
They got the gig.
Yeah, Kitty and Cougar. Or is it Cougar and Kitty? No, it's Kitty and Cougar.
Kitty and Cougar.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make sure.
Not to be confused with John Cougar
No.
and Little Kitty.
Well, did John Cougar ever write a song about us? No.
But he might.
But did Kitty and Cougar? Yes. So right now, Kitty and Cougar, way better than John Cougar.
He doesn't call himself that anymore.
I don't care.
Anyway.
I don't care. They're still better.
All right. That's going to do it for today. We'll
Yeah.
see you tomorrow. Unless you're sticking around for the post-show content.
All right.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTubers. The content. What do you got?
So, or is this post show now?
I think we're in post show.
All right.
Because
So, all right. Here's the thing. Podcasters, the show's over. Go away. All right. Now we're post show.
YouTubers.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, and
it's your
Facebookers.
day today.
And
Yeah,
Facebookers.
yeah, Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Can you imagine this man without a mustache?
You don't have to. Here's the photo. The last time I did not have a mustache, 1988. Yeah.
Look how young you were.
I know.
Look at all that hair.
God. It's
Yeah.
a good thing I have sunglasses on. 'Cause
You know
if you
what?
saw my eyes,
He stopped at the greenhouse. He knew Jerry Millen when he was 6.
it's like, oh my.
All right, here's
Anyway,
here's
yes.
what I think. Since we're flashing back here.
Yes.
Back in the day when we worked at the radio station, we had an 80s board.
Okay.
Can I take that off the board back behind us?
Yeah, go ahead.
And bring it up.
Yeah. We took a section of it home with us. I don't know. You think they'll charge us with robbery?
No, we made the board.
That's true. It was our bird. We made it.
It was their ink, our board.
Don't tell them that.
It's the-
Probably get
All
a
right.
bill now.
So, let's see.
Okay.
We don't need Joan Jett. All right.
That's what you
So,
think.
if you look in here,
All right. Who's that young lad with all the hair?
look at that guy with all the hair in the middle.
And kind of the cheesy mustache.
So yeah, next to Chris, and notice how we put Cindy Crawford right in between us
Right,
there.
right.
This
Hold
is
on.
John right
Okay,
there.
hold on.
Use your pointer.
Yeah.
There's
Right
John.
There.
That's
this
John.
is me.
Look
right
at that.
there.
Look at how open
and
that shirt is.
Look at the babes
Yeah, look
hanging
at 'em.
all over me there.
Yeah,
By the way,
custom
this was my graduation party from Specs Howard.
Yeah. Which he's also now an LTU grad.
Oh, that's true.
Because
Specs Howard is
Specs
now
has been part of
associated
that.
with. Now let's take a look at this other young lad. Look at this guy.
Yeah. How
Look
you
at this
doing?
guy. How you doing?
You know what? Joey Tribbiani had nothing. That's who had it going on right there.
Yeah,
But
we
Mike,
did a
high
mere
school gym class
30
40
some
years ago.
freaking years ago.
That was 40 years ago
Okay,
right there.
this was
Yeah.
30, 20,
Yeah, don't do the
26
math.
years
Yeah,
ago.
it was
It was
a long
26
time
years
ago.
ago for me.
Either
yeah.
way, yeah. So that's our post-show content. All right, that's all I got. You know, we should invite your girls onto the show.
Oh, yeah. Do you think they...
John who?
Never mind. I'm not telling that story.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow here on Mike and John Got It Going On.
All right.
You hit the button.
I have to hit the button now?
Well, you get to play the song. You can hit the button. I'm looking at Daryl Hannah Splash. Enough already.
It is enough.